It's now official, there is indeed a drought. It was declared for Northland today and means there will be government assistance for people being economically harmed by the long, dry spell. Trisham Clayton spent the day with a Northland farmer to discover if the drought declaration will make a difference to him.
Come on. Come on. Come on.
Northland dairy farmer Neville Dazzler has 310 cows.
How you doing? Hey? You all right?
Next week, he'll have 280.
Come on, girls. Come on.
We've got a short list now that they'll be gone by the end of this week probably. We don't want to carry too many cows that are not in calf,
Right.
unless they're exceptional cows, because it means you're feeding them for a year for nothing, so usually they're better off as, you know, hamburgers or something.
The reason he's having to cull his herd is this: dry, parched fields and empty dams.
Oh, we need some rain pretty bad. No stock water. You know, that's sort of an all-day job, keeping up with the water supplies to the cows and making sure that there's no leaks anywhere. Sort of it's liquid gold at the moment.
Of course, where there's no water, there's no grass.
There's not a lot of feed in these paddocks.
No, not a lot, no. Not much colour. They're basically living on what they get fed on the feed pad. Bale silage, palm kernel when we can get it. They just go to the paddock, different paddock every day for a change of scenery, basically.
There's just nothing there to eat.
No, that's right.
Neville says it's the worst drought he can remember, and that's saying something.
They're just going to graze that patch of weeds and then they'll go back into the paddock behind them. Normally they wouldn't want to eat that rubbish, but this is probably a treat for them today.
The 62-year-old has spent his entire life amongst these hills. The farm's been in his family for 3 generations.
This is one of 2 backup dams we have for standby purposes for such a year, but it's just about empty.
It's not going to do you much standby good this year.
It's probably down to the eels now, so...
Have you ever seen it this bad?
No, not this one.
This is as low as it gets?
Yeah.
The main dam is even worse, just a cracked shadow of its normal self.
Neville's father built this dam 60 years ago, and during a normal summer it would be about half capacity, so still over my head at this point. But this summer it's almost empty. In fact, Neville can only remember on one other occasion it ever been this low.
Come on. Come on.
His farm is, to all intents and purposes, waterless. The only thing keeping his cows and business alive is creative thinking and generosity.
We've got a good neighbour that's loaned us, you know, a dam that he's got. We've used that for probably a month or 6 weeks. That's got quite low, and we're trying not to use it now, as sort of saving that, and we're, you know, pumping from water holes or any small areas that will last a few days, basically. Plus we recycle the treated dairy effluent to wash the cow yards, which will save quite a lot of water.
But Neville knows all the lateral thinking in the world can't replace a decent rainfall. His cows are producing only half the amount of milk they normally would, and that's cutting his income. And buying large amounts of supplementary feed is costing him a fortune.
The pit silage is all gone. There was about 300 tonnes there. We've down to bale silage now. It's a double whammy, really.
Today's announcement that a state of drought has been officially declared for Northland is welcome. But there's really only one thing he wishes the government could do.
If they could make it rain, it would be good, but that's probably not going to happen.
In the meantime, Neville will do what his father and grandfather before that have always done. He'll keep his chin up and carry on.
We're sort of used to surviving, so I guess, you know, we just try a bit harder.
You'll be okay though? You'll come through this all right?
Well, yeah, we'll have to, I guess. I'll probably look back and, you know, when it's all over and say, phew.